Arne Slot has got Liverpool fans believing. Their performances this season in the League Cup, in the Champions League, and in the Premier League has them top of the tree in the Premier League, Champions League, and in an EFL Cup quarter-final, the League Cup quarter-final. They are one hell of a side. Now, we're going to talk about what is genius about the Arne Slot system and two particular players who have been absolutely phenomenal this season. Last night, they destroyed Bayer Leverkusen 4-0 in what was their best performance of the season for me. The first half, where it was a game of chess, Alonso, Slot, very even, physical game. But the second half, Liverpool just absolutely destroyed them. Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz, Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch, the best centre-back partnership in Europe right now, Konate and Van Dijk. They are so good. Make sure you go down, drop a like as always. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. We're closing on 30k. Now, I want to bring up this lineup last night, and I want to bring up the in-game ratings that SofaScore have given. The back four picks itself. I want to start with Trent. Trent this season has been getting a little bit of criticism in terms of his creative side of the game. He isn't getting as many assists as we've seen in the last few years, but he isn't bombing up the field as much anymore. He looks a lot more defensively sound, and he starts so many of these Liverpool attacks. It's like at times having Kevin De Bruyne at right back. Konate and Van Dijk, for me, the best centre-back pairing in Europe right now. We can talk about Saliba, Gabriel. We can talk about any of City's pairings, Diaz, Stones, Akanji. We can talk about Rudiger, Militao. We can talk about all of these centre-back pairings. But these two are on a different level right now. They have conceded one goal in the Champions League. They've conceded 6 goals in the Premier League. Everyone said they haven't played anyone. They went and beat Chelsea, Leipzig, Brighton, home and away, and now Leverkusen. The 5 tough games throughout their incredibly tough run with Real Madrid and Manchester City still to play. And I'm going to say it now, Liverpool, the way they're playing, will beat both of them. And not only that, both of those games are at Anfield. They have been, other than one slip-up against Nottingham Forest, phenomenal. Alisson gets injured. Kelleher comes in. Kelleher yesterday with 2 top saves. Luis Diaz bags a hat-trick. The creative genius in Mohamed Salah. But the 2 players I want to talk about that went under the radar a little bit at the start of the season. It's not Salah. It's not Diaz. It's not Van Dijk. It's not Konate. It's not Trent. It is Ryan Gravenberch and Curtis Jones. Ryan Gravenberch this season has been absolutely phenomenal. Look at how much on this heat map he covers on the right-hand side. He played 90 minutes. Look at the heat map. He is absolutely everywhere. For me, he has been the best midfielder in the Premier League this season. Absolutely ridiculous player. Ridiculous. You know, you look at how consistent his ratings have been, you know, in the last 12 months, a lot of people were throwing, they need a new DM. Martin Zubimendi's name gets mentioned. But he has been, genuinely this season, has been everywhere. You look at his season overall heat map on SofaScore, it is just ridiculous. He's a 6. He's an 8. He plays in a double pivot. He's a right-sided centre mid. For me, the best midfielder so far. So many games this season where he has been so good. You look at his ratings, both for Liverpool and for the Netherlands this season. And then you've got to look at Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones, last night, probably Liverpool's best midfielder. You know, was really good. Lovely diagonal passes. Partners up well with either McAllister or Gravenberch. And Curtis Jones he's been at Liverpool a number of years now. I remember his debut when he scored that absolute worldie against Everton. He's got 1 assist in 3 games in the Champions League. He was phenomenal in that game against Chelsea. He won the penalty. He's played 10 games for Liverpool this season, got 1 goal and 2 assists. In, I would argue, the best form of his career right now for Liverpool. He's been there since 2019-20 when he made his debut. And the balance of Arne Slot's midfield he is chronically obsessed with controlling games. The tactical changes he makes in games as well, the performance level does not drop. He's got forwards firing on all cylinders, whether it's Gakpo, Jota, Nunez, Diaz, Salah. They are, and you got to remember as well, this Liverpool side have not signed a player. I'm not going to count Federico Chiesa yet because he's barely played. He is on. I don't even know how many Premier League minutes he has played for Liverpool this season. I think he's played 1 game off the bench and 1 game in the League Cup and 1 game in the Champions League off the bench. This is the same Liverpool team under Jurgen Klopp. The same Liverpool team. Georgi Mamardashvili is not there yet. It's likely that Kelleher will probably leave next season. He's the best number 2 in world football right now. And of course, they've got Alisson. Mamardashvili is one for the future. He's a very, very good goalkeeper. Was really good in the Euros. He's at Valencia. And Michael Edwards is building for the future with him. So this is the same team. But what's the difference? Gravenberch and Jones and McAllister and Szoboszlai. There's no 10 in this system, right? They can all play in there, but there's no out-and-out 10. Szoboszlai, for me, I think Liverpool may need an upgrade on someone who can create more from that position. But the difference is there is a belief in this Liverpool side right now compared to any other team in the league. This is reminding me of the Liverpool team that Jurgen Klopp won the league in, 1920 or 2021? They're absolutely destroying teams. They've got 25 points from 10 games. They've won 8, drawn 1, lost 1, scored 19. Only Spurs and City have scored more in the league. But look how strong their defense is. 13 goal difference already. That's 2 more than Spurs, 3 more than City, 6 more than Forest, 5 more than Chelsea, 7 more than Arsenal. And when you look at their Champions League record as well, it's absolutely phenomenal. They're top of the Champions League. They're the only team in the Champions League so far to have played 4 and won 4. And they've played Bayer Leverkusen, AC Milan, Bologna, and of course they played someone else who I cannot remember off the top of my head right now. They've been absolutely phenomenal. They've got Real Madrid as their next Champions League game. They're going to, it's Leipzig, sorry. They're going to beat them. I'm telling you guys. I don't think there's a team right now that can stop this Liverpool side. They're confident. Defensively, they look ridiculous right now. Trent, Konate, Van Dijk. And it doesn't matter as well if it's Tsimikas or Robertson out on that left-hand side at left back. And everyone said they're not good enough. Everyone said there's going to be a huge drop-off from Liverpool. There's going to be no more title races. Some fans saying Liverpool aren't going to get top 4. Of their difficult run, they have absolutely destroyed teams. I'm going to bring up their last 6 fixtures. Leverkusen, Brighton home and away, Leipzig, Chelsea, Arsenal. You have to go as far back as the middle of September to see their defeat against Forest. Other than that, they've beaten Man United, Milan, West Ham, Wolves, Bologna, Palace, Chelsea, Leipzig, Brighton twice, and Leverkusen. And you look at their next 6 games, I'm going to be honest with you right now, they are beating Aston Villa Saturday night. They've got 1 day's extra rest over Aston Villa. Aston Villa are play away today to Club Brugge. Then they play Southampton away after the international break. Providing this Liverpool team gets no injuries, I don't know who's stopping them. They will beat Real Madrid and Manchester City. Mark my words. This Real Madrid side, by the way, look absolutely lost of ideas. They're losing to AC Milan at the Bernabeu. Manchester City have just been spanked 4-1 by Victor Gyökeres, Ruben Amorim Sporting. And they will beat Everton away like they always do. And Newcastle, for me, will probably be one of their toughest games out of all of this lot. And that's mad to say, considering they're playing Real Madrid and City. But 3 of their 4 tough games is at Anfield. And if they beat Real Madrid, they've practically qualified for the next round of the Champions League. You then look at their next 6 games after that. Leicester, Fulham, West Ham, Southampton, Girona. We will be their toughest game in there because right now we are a very unpredictable side. But I just don't see, even up until the new year, this is what will be their tough 6 games. Man United, Brentford, Forest away is a tough place to go. But look, it's just, I don't know at the moment who's going to stop this Liverpool side. Arne Slot is a genius. He's won his first 14 out of 16 games as a manager. That is absolutely flipping insane. It really is. We need to give him huge credit. And look, I thought Chelsea would put up a much better fight. And I thought Chelsea would beat them at Anfield. And I was so wrong about that. It's unreal. Because I just didn't realise how strong and how good this Liverpool side were and how good this Liverpool side are. They're defensively the best in Europe. They're scoring goals for fun. Their midfield balance, whether it's Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, really good. They've got this mentality when they go behind, they come back. You can't say that about Arsenal because they lost to Newcastle. You can't say that about City because they lost to Spurs, Bournemouth, and Sporting. And Liverpool right now are just, they are on a different level right now to anyone else. And if they can come away on Saturday with another 3 points, which, let's be honest, we all expect them to, they're going to be on 28 points out of 11 games, which is a maximum of 33. 28 points. I don't think Manchester City will beat Brighton. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think Brighton will beat City. And it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea beat Arsenal. At the stage of 11 games into the season, Liverpool could be 10 points clear of Arsenal. Right? And they could be 5 points clear of Manchester City. This is a Liverpool side that have got the winners in Van Dijk, in Trent, in Salah, in Alisson. These core players have been there. Champions Leagues, League Cups, FA Cups, Premier League. They've been there, seen it, and done it. They've got this winning mentality. Right now, they're the best team in Europe for me. They're the best team in the country for me. And right now, if they can get to January, bring in 2-3 players, probably another midfielder, probably another defender, why not? Why can't Liverpool go on and win the league? Can they win the lot? There was only 2 games a few seasons ago for winning a quad. I'm not saying they are going to win the quad, but right now they look a really strong side. And let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Liverpool have what it takes to win the Premier League? Do you think they have what it takes to win the Champions League? Tonight, of course, another huge game in the competition. Arsenal away to Inter Milan. You know, that's going to be a huge game. Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. We're closing on 30k. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching. I am